Hey guys, my name is Ismas, and today I want to share with you some changes I've made to the asset library. This is going to be released as version 2. It's already up and available for you to download. If you already got the first version, you can get the update for free. But if you don't, you can just get it for yourself right here. So let's dive into the demo and I just show you how it works. Now, basically, if you don't know what it is, it's an add-on, a Blender add-on that lets you manage your assets, materials, collection, everything, and makes it very easy for you to access or reuse any of your digital assets you have made. If you have used the previous version, you'll see that I've now added a library settings panel. This will let you select where you want the asset to be saved. Previous versions would not let you select where the assets would be saved. It would save the assets directly in the Blender add-on directory for this add-on. So now you have the option to select where you have the add-ons, where you want the assets or the asset library to be saved. You have an option to create a new directory, or you can use the default directory if you don't want to create your own. So by using the default directory, let's open up a scene that has something. Let's get this Bitcoin. If I want to add this to my directory, all I have to do is go to the Add Assets section, and then you can select a category, for example, electronics, and now I can do a render preview of the asset so that I can see how this is going to look. That looks amazing, something like that. So if you used the previous version of this add-on, you will notice that now we have a load custom image option, where if you have an already pre-rendered image of your asset, you can load that in instead of just using a render preview directly in Blender. So let's do that for this Bitcoin, because I think I have something like that. So let's find an image. I think I could use this, accept, and then I can save. I'll make sure that everything is set. I'm saving in the default directory, so I can save. You get a success option here. And if I want a copy of this, you can see that after saving this, it shows that the object is already in the directory. If I want to make a variation of this, I'll just hit duplicate active object, and this should duplicate the object, and then I can make any changes I want to this. But since I don't really need that, I can just delete that and have that as whatever I've saved. So then to use this asset, just go into a new file or any project you want to use the asset in, then go again to the asset library, and you can see we already loaded in the image. The asset is already loaded in. Just select it and then hit add to scene, and it will be loaded into your scene with all the materials that we are on the asset already set up for you to use. You can see everything is loaded. Now that's using the default library directory, but you can create multiple directories. For example, let's go to let's find something else here. Okay, so you can see I've loaded in this image, this church here, and I can see I have a lot of assets here, and it's a bit slowing down my computer a bit. So let me just turn off some of these particle systems, just so to make everything a bit faster in the viewport. You can see I have this church here. Now what I can do is I have a lot of plants in this scene, so I can create a new category or a new directory where I can save all my plants items. So I can just go into the add section, and before I even add any object, I can go in and select library directory and create a new library directory. So just select somewhere. If you try to set a directory that is not empty, you will get this error, creating new library error. Folder is not empty. So make sure you select a folder with nothing in it. So I'll just go to somewhere where I'm saving my libraries, and under models, libraries, you can see I've already created a few packs, and I'll show you how to access packs you have already created and reload them into your asset pack. So I can create a new directory here. I'll call this plants, as I want to save only plants in this directory. Accept, and now create asset. You can see I'm getting this success. So let me start by loading in some of these bushes here. And you can see I have a few bushes here, so I can select any that I want to add in. For example, this here, and do a render preview of this. And I see I get a nice preview, and just make sure you have the right naming and the right directory, and then you can hit save. And I see now we have added it successfully. You can get a few other bushes. So something like this, I can select, make sure the name is right at the category, and then render preview, save. Let's find something else as well. You can see now, if we go to the gate, you can see we have some grass assets already. And if I open up a new project, I can just go to the asset library, make sure that I go to the plants directory, get rid of this, add, and add that. So I think we added this as well, so that's okay. You can just get rid of this, and you can see we have our grass object already inside. I also have this other grass, so I can also add that in. So you can see that when I'm adding in this grass particle, it's also importing this grass element as well, this ground element as well. The reason for that is that if you select this grass particle, is in the modifiers, it is using this grass object, this ground object in its modifiers. That's why you see that it's also importing that with it. So if the object also has dependencies on other objects, it may also import that object as well, because otherwise, if it doesn't import this, you will get an error in this modifier here. So that's why you see that it's also importing this ground plane as well. Anyway, so let's look at how to set up a new. Maybe let me just show you some of the other directories I've created with my from my models. So if I go to City Park, this is an asset library I've just set up, and so let me show you how I can use it to easily set up my scene. So and see, I can start with let's start with the building. You can see we have some building elements here, and if I go to collections, you can see already I also have some buildings as well. So I can select this, add to scene, and you can see I have a building added to my scene. And I can also, let me just bring it above the ground just a bit. The asset is added to the cursor there, so be aware of that. And I can add a plane here, and let me actually switch this to 3D view here. We turn on some ambient occlusion. I can see I have my building asset, and I can also add other building assets that I have in the library, and I can quickly populate my scene with assets that I have. And now I can go to my materials and get some material that would fit that nicely, apply it to that, and I think I have some barbed wires. So if I go to my categories deco, you can see, just scroll down, you can see I have quite a lot of assets, and if you want to get some of these, you can become a Patreon and request them. So I'm going to add this into my scene, and I think I can use this. So you see how again you can just reuse the other material here. If the material you try to add comes out disabled like this, it means that it was imported from a linked object. So all you have to do is go to the material here and click on this icon here, and then it should make it editable. And then maybe add some texture coordinates to this rotate. Yeah, so that's how the add-on works. Again, you have the option to import textures, materials, and everything in between. So if you want to get the add-on, make sure to go to the link that is provided in the description, so that and maybe you can set up some lighting here. So you can add, I guess, yeah, so that's how the add-on works. Again, you can download the add-on from this page here. I'll be leaving a link in the description. This is version 2, and yeah, if you have any feedback, you can let me know. Thank you for watching.